Turning to the situation in the occupied Palestinian territory and in Gaza, the Office of the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs stresses that as more than 1.1 million people in Gaza face extreme levels of food insecurity, there is no alternative to the large-scale delivery of aid by land. But despite these urgent and overwhelming needs, hostilities and access impediments continue to hamper our efforts to get life-saving assistance to civilians in Gaza at a scale that we need to save lives. Time and again, we have said that aid organizations need additional entry points and supply routes into Gaza and safe and sustained access throughout the Gaza Strip to reach everyone who needs to be reached. This includes access to the north. Our humanitarian colleagues on the ground tell us that between the 16th and the 22nd of March, 9 humanitarian aid missions to northern Gaza were facilitated by the Israeli authorities, but 5 were denied. OCHA reports that 15 humanitarian partners reached a daily average of 550,000 people in Gaza with food assistance last week. That's between 18th and 24th. But just 3% of these supplies went to northern Gaza. More than half was distributed in the Rafah governorate, with the rest going to other areas, including Deir el-Balah. And just a quick correction, something I said yesterday about the World Food Program reaching 74,000 people in northern Gaza with food assistance. That was with 4 convoys during the month of March versus 11 since the start of the year. And as famine looms and amid ongoing bombardments of Gaza, Dr. Tedros, the head of the World Health Organization, said the delivery of food, nutrition, supplies, and medicine must be accelerated. In a social media post, he said that health facilities must be protected, not attacked, and that health workers can care for patients severely weakened by hunger, illness, and injuries. A quick update on Sigrid Kaag, before you ask. Our senior humanitarian and reconstruction coordinator for Gaza is in Israel this week for meetings with Israeli officials and cabinet members on the implementation of Security Council Resolution 2720. She underscored the urgent need and paramount importance to open more land crossings from Israel into Gaza in light of the dire humanitarian situation, especially in the north, as highlighted by the recent IPC assessment. She also stressed the critical importance of predictable and massive increase in the volume of assistance. She emphasized the need for a safe and secure operational environment for the UN and our humanitarian partners in Gaza. In line with Resolution 2720 and the UN mechanism, she's also discussed proposals for streamlining the supply routes from Egypt and continued operations of the Rafah crossing, as well as the maritime corridor from Cyprus. Ms. Kaag will also going to Ramallah for meetings with the Palestinian Authority. And just want to flag that Alison Diritu, the Secretary General's Special Advisor on the Prevention of Genocide, issued a statement acknowledging the Security Council resolution passed on March 25th, demanding, among others, an immediate ceasefire for the month of Ramadan and the immediate and unconditional release of all hostages. The Special Advisor echoed the call by the Secretary General for the full implementation of the resolution, noting the numerous efforts by the UN to end this conflict. Moving up north and the situation along the blue line between Israel and Lebanon, the UN Interim Force in Lebanon, our peacekeeping force, expressed its concern today over the surge of violence occurring across the blue line currently. In a statement issued today, UNIFIL urged all sides to put down their weapons and begin the process towards a sustainable political and diplomatic solution, and said it remains ready to support that process in any way it can, including by convening a tripartite meeting of the parties.